Good day, everyone. Welcome to Special Interests with Bob and Donna, Robert Banfelder and Donna Durasmo. If this is the first time that you're visiting us, welcome. And you'll find that we're a very eclectic channel covering many, many topics. But today we're going to be doing knives.
What kind of knives?
Field to kitchen knives.
Okay.
By KastKing. KastKing.com.
And when you say field to kitchen, explain that. What do you mean by that?
Well, since we're fisher people, we're anglers.
And
it's
hunters.
always,
Well, I am.
You're a
You
hunter.
shoot the camera, I shoot the gun. Pull the bow back.
Whatever. Whenever you want to fillet a fish, or you want to cut up a fish, or slice it up, you're going to need the tools. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Field to kitchen. But I want to give you some background on who we are. Robert is an award-winning crime thriller novelist and outdoors writer. He has just finished his 11th crime thriller novel, which is the sequel to the Long Island serial killer murders, Gilgo Beach and Beyond, and it's titled Stuff, the Long Island serial killer murders and Beyond, the sequel. So we're looking forward to that coming out. He has also written 5 handbooks on fishing, hunting, and I think you have your book over here on gourmet cooking, and a second one will be coming out, and
writing and getting published.
So he's got a whole plethora of books that you can check out on his website, or contact us if you want.
Okay.
Through YouTube or through Facebook, because he's on Facebook as well. So today we're going to talk, I'm very excited because Bob does all the cooking. I don't do the cooking, I'm like the sous chef. The chief sous chef. I cut up everything the way he wants it, and he gets everything done. And since he's been doing these cookbooks, I've been eating very well, folks. Been eating very well. But most importantly, when you are a cook in your own household, or you are a chef in a restaurant, you got to have the tools. If you don't have the tools, the job becomes painstaking, tedious. Yeah, and oh God, I got to sharpen the knife, I got to do this, I got to do that. Well, Bob is going to introduce you to 3 knives that are produced by KastKing, and you can find them again, KastKing.com. They are available on Amazon, as are all of the KastKing products. You can check out Amazon and just plug in KastKing, and you'll see a plethora of products that they have for the outdoorsmen, for children, sunglasses, rods, reels, anything you can possibly think of, backpacks, wonderful. But today we're going to focus on 3 knives that Bob has in front of us right now, and I'm going to leave it to you since you are the chef.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for that nice introduction.
You're welcome.
Okay, of course, this is a carving knife.
Make sure you put it down so people can see.
Okay, well, let me
put it in front of you. Put it in front of you.
Put it this way with the KastKing
It's 12 inches.
logo on it. It is 18 inches overall. The blade is 12 inches.
Put it closer to you, honey, so they can see. Yeah.
Okay, and there's magic to this knife. Now the company will advertise this as a carving knife / bread knife. You can take a pineapple. You know how hard the top is to cut off of a pineapple. You'll see it on some other videos that the company puts out, how effortlessly it does that. But I discovered that this is very good for something else, and hope the company picks up on it, because it's a real plus. I have a vintage fillet knife, okay, and this really goes back. This is our Gerber Musky fillet knife. Very sharp, and it does the job, okay? So I did a little made a little experiment. I took a couple of fillets of salmon. It was the picture that Donna will show you in a moment. It's a fillet of coho salmon, and it did a beautiful job of filleting the fish, but then I wanted to take the skin off. I wanted to separate the skin of the fish from the fillet. And it did nothing short of an okay job. However, I took the second fillet and I ran this between the skin and the flesh of the fish, and I was amazed as to the result. So Donna, you want to show
I
that
show them the picture that we
there?
took of it? Okay. Let's see if I can focus in on this. Let's see if I can focus in on this for you people. I hope you can see that, because I was watching Bob doing this, and it was amazing how accurate and how easy it was with this 12-inch carving knife from KastKing. There you go.
Okay, so I don't miss a beat here. I'm going to read from this sheet. I took copious notes, and I'll point out the magic of this knife, how this knife performs the task of separating the skin of the fish from the flesh of the fish. The KastKing Spartacus, and that's KastKing, that's written together, KastKing, Spartacus slicing carving knife. I'm also using it to fillet fish by removing the skin from coho salmon. It performed far better than my expensive, and I have several of them. This is my sharpest. And so I just mentioned a moment ago that it did nothing short of an okay job. Great for filleting the fish from the bone, but for taking the skin, removing the skin, again,
that is like,
nothing short of okay.
Really, really hard to do. Yeah.
You didn't want to, well, you couldn't leave that up for the, okay. I hope to have that picture in their mind. The latter is fine for filleting fish from the bone. However, when it comes to removing its skin, no fillet knife I own quite performed like the KastKing slicing carving knife. Its magic is its hollow ground edge and contour, featuring 29 1/4 inch evenly spaced oval indentations, and that's what I want to point out here. So let me just have this for a second here. So I'm just going to just take a second to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 oval, vertical shaped cutouts, if you will, on both sides of the blade. Now, what do these, many of us know who are, into knives and all that, but for those who don't, this is the magic, so that the food that you're cutting doesn't stick to the blade. There's an airspace when you're cutting through here, okay? And that is the magic. And as a matter of fact, what I came up with, this thought that I came up with, wouldn't it be clever to put that on a fillet knife, so not only can you fillet, the fish from the bone, but you can fillet the skin if a recipe calls for that, or if you want the skin off, something like a very, what's the word I want? Let's take a bluefish. Maybe you don't want the skin of the bluefish on there, okay? So that's the magic. Now, let me just go to my notes here. So again, we're featuring 29 1/4 inch evenly spaced oval indentations. 29 in a 12-inch blade. Okay, this is a 12-inch blade. Add 6 inches for the handle. We have an 18-inch beautiful carving, filleting, bread cutting knife. Okay, so I had mentioned that the design creates air spaces between the blade and the food, allowing the blade to slide effortlessly. Note how exacting the paper-thin skin separated cleanly from the fillet. Okay, so this, I know, wait till we get to price, you won't believe this. And we'll do some comparisons. We're going to be comparing it to some very expensive knives.
Well, KastKing is noted for their affordable innovation. So, very affordable. You'll hear in a second.
Ridiculously affordable. But you might say to yourself, now, how can you compare, I'm not going to mention the price yet, this blah, blah, blah price to very expensive Wolfstorff or Henkel's, the Zwilling knives that I have here. It's just amazing what this company does. Okay, note 2, KastKing's 1-inch wide. Okay, this is from here to here. Shouldn't even be touching. You have no idea how sharp this is. Incredibly sharp. So we have a 1-inch width. Again, overall 18-inch length. Blade is 12. Handle is 6. And 12 and 6. Math coordinator for...
Okay. That's really difficult. 12 and 6. Okay, they can figure that out. I don't need to say it.
And look at the once you get these knives, if I can sell you on this, it's just an incredible buy. It really is.
And it comes packaged beautifully.
So if you're giving you'll purchase these probably, and you'll want to give these as gifts. And it's a very, very nice gift box. Get this out of the way here. Let's go into one. They have pull strings on here, and I might as well take these out. And here's the next one that we're going to be looking at.
Is that the chef's knife?
This is your classic 8-inch, thank you, 8-inch chef's knife. This is the workhorse in your kitchen. And now we'll go to
show them the inside of the box, because it's nice velvet and everything, nice black.
Velvet lined,
velvet,
whatever.
Very, very nice job. Classy. Class act.
And the third knife that we're going to be looking at is your standard paring knife. So we have the carving knife, if you will, the 8-inch chef's knives, again the workforce of the kitchen, and for smaller detailed work, your paring knife. So we'll get these boxes out of the way. And maybe I should hold this up,
Hold
the
it in front of your
KastKing.
chest. Put it in your chest.
Now, I want you to notice in the handle, we'll take the bigger one so you'll have a better picture. You see the indentation here on both sides of the handle. That is oh so important and oh so clever. When holding this knife, when working with this knife, you don't go slipping and sliding. Okay? And it's on all three. It's on your paring knife, it's on your chef's knife, and it's on your
And
carving.
it actually stops your hand from going into the knife. It's deep enough, if you can see.
The
It's deep-
depression,
it's deep
that's what the
knife.
depression
You
allows.
won't cut your fingers. They thought about it.
Okay. It's what the handle, the material is what they call Creighton. It's KRATONG polymer handle, which is extremely UV resistant, ultraviolet. You're out there, let's say the other knives that I reviewed back in October 19, they also have these handles. So when you're outside and, you know, at the fillet table or something, this is non-slip, and the grip is unbelievable. And they were smart enough to put it, even though it's from these knives now are from Field to Kitchen. The other knives that I'm talking about for the field, these are from Field to Kitchen. These are your kitchen knives. Okay. Let's talk about price. Well, my copious notes tells me that this
Henkel's.
Zwilling J.A. Henkel's, Solingen, Germany, no stain, stainless steel knife, sells for on average $140. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
A comparable upgrade is your Wolfstorff. Wolfstorff is a bit more expensive, not a lot more expensive, but a bit more expensive, and it's arguable which is the best one. My son has the Wolfstorff collection, if you will, and I have several of the Henkel Zwilling knives. The Wolfstorff sells for $170.
The 8-inch chef's.
The 8-inch chef's knife.
Wow.
So, $170 for the Wolfstorff, $140 for the Henkels. You ready to be floored? $19.99, under $20. You say, come on. It can't be the same thing. Well, the design is so much better, as we pointed out. The indentations here, the vertical ovals, 29 of them on the bigger blade. This, I'm just curious here, what do we have here? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
And both sides?
On both sides.
Both sides of the blade.
Okay? Now, Donna, what I want you to do is say, well, maybe this is a flimsy piece of junk. Come on, $20. I want you to hold these in your hand. Try to get a balancing point so you can determine the weight differential, the weight distinction between them. Be honest, how do you feel they compare in terms of weight?
To me, it's negligible, really. I mean, this is a bit heavier, but I mean, do you really want heavy when you're working in the kitchen?
Well, some people like that heft, okay? But you used an important word, negligible. There's really no difference.
It's hard to really see, yeah.
In terms of the,
Put it in front of you,
it is so comparable.
Yeah, size-wise, good this way. Yeah. The handle, I think the handle on the KastKing
As a matter of fact,
knife
this is even
longer.
a little, well, here, we'll do blade to blade, see where it goes into. It's comparable.
It's for the price, you can't beat it.
Oh, it's an unbelievable price. And here's an analogy that I'm going to use. Not too many years ago, have to back up a bit, where we fly fish, and we've been fly fishing forever. And when you purchased a very good fly rod, you would pay in the hundreds. Someone starting out could pick up an outfit for, under $100. They give you like a kit, if you will, flies, this, that, and the other thing. Nothing short of okay. If you want a good fly rod, you would pay $200-300. Then along came an outfit that they put out a fly rod that was under $100, and experts, before they picked it up in their hand and worked the rod, said, "No way! How can you sell it? It's got to. It just can't be. You can't sell that for $100." Well, the company made this beautiful rod under $100. I wrote up a couple of stories, put them in the window of an acquaintance's fly fishing shop, and he couldn't keep them in stock. And they're just beautiful rods. But we're not talking about rods. I just wanted to use that analogy to say the days of the $300, $400, $500, $800 fly rods is over. What was sold for $100 that was comparable with these $400 or $500 rods, just totally.
It's the technology.
Totally unbelievable. Again, comparison that I make. Don't shy away from under. What did we say? This is under $20, $19.99.
$20 for a beautiful chef's knife.
Instead of $140, $170.
Yeah.
Now, we'll jump to this. A good carving knife, okay? You're going to pay some good bucks. You won't believe the price of this. This is under $30. Well, one penny. $29.99 for the carving knife.
$29.99 for this knife.
$19.99 for the chef's knife. And now we'll look at this paring knife. And look how clever. You've got your indentation here.
Same design. Yeah.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this blade. 8 oval indentations, vertical indentations, evenly spaced. You've got your indentation here for your thumb, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. You can't beat it. What do they say? You can't beat it with a stick.
And how much is it again? 15.
Okay, I probably didn't even mention that yet. That the last one, a paring knife, is $15.99.
$16.
Now, if we add that up real fast, because I wrote it down, we're talking about $65.97 for all 3 knives. Beautiful gift box. You can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Now, how long have I had these knives?
Since October, near the end of October.
I could have done a review in December, maybe in time for Christmas, but I purposely held off. Why? Because all the knives, and believe me, we have knives in this. I'm a cook. Maybe you'll even call me a chef, Donna. Okay,
whatever.
It's just an incredible value. I started to say something, lost my train of thought here.
But anyway, all 3 knives are available on Amazon.com, as are the other KastKing products. So you don't have to. You just plug in, go to Amazon and plug in KastKing, and you'll see them there.
Okay, one thing I want to do, so that they have a better idea, we talked about 12 inches on the blade, and, well...
Yeah, show them the other way, maybe.
That's where we are.
There we go.
Got to be very careful, very
Is it upside
sharp.
down?
Okay.
It's very sharp, just don't cut yourself. Here we go.
Can they see that?
Hopefully. Yeah,
Okay.
it's 12 inches.
12 inches. Okay. 8 inches that they claim, right? A chef's knife, your standard chef's
Sometimes they
knife.
claim one number and it doesn't work. Yeah. There we
Okay,
go.
right on the money. We have
Okay,
8 inches.
You gotta put it in front of you, honey.
So you got to be careful. Again, these
Yes,
very,
be very
very,
careful.
very
Hold it up in
sharp.
front of you. There we go.
Oh, I said I lost my train of thought. So I could have put this out to review in time for Christmas, but I wanted to put it
To the test.
through its paces. So I started to say I have a million knives out there. I put them all away and just worked with these 3 knives exclusively since October.
Since the end of October, yeah.
Okay, now
So
this
that
is,
included the holidays with carving for Thanksgiving and Christmas and
I have not when I say I put these knives through their paces, I put these knives through their paces. I have not sharpened these knives. Now, let's see. Take a piece of paper here. I don't even know. I'm not conning anybody out here. I don't know. I have not sharpened these, of course, but I don't know. Is it going to cut?
I think so.
These do not. Okay, this might need a little touch-up. We'll see.
Well,
This might need a little touch-up
well,
here.
that's the one you use the most, I think, this one here.
Yeah, let's see.
You need another piece of paper?
Yeah, let's see.
It depends, it's hard to hold it. There we go.
Okay. Out of the box, used for how many months? October?
3 and a half months, probably. 3.5 months. Every day.
Well, virtually
Virtually
every
every day, because we've been home, we haven't been going out with the pandemic and all of that. So he's been cooking away and carving away and cutting away.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Now I want to see if I miss a beat here. Okay. I do, because they have to understand some nomenclature here. You knife aficionados out there, you'll want to know, well, what kind of steel is this? What kind of stainless steel this is? And this steel is referred to as 8CR14SS, stainless steel. And that translates to a high carbon contact to retain blade edge sharpness, much longer than some other steel, and is easier to sharpen between uses. So that's important. This is stamped 440 SS, meaning that it has 10%, minimum of 10% chromium for resistance to corrosion. And again, for some of you aficionados out there with these fancy abbreviations and all that, HRC, 8CR, 14S, 440 SS, between 56 and 59, it's a measurement. And what does that measurement mean? It measures the hardness of the steel. So HRC, which refers to the hardness of the steel, stands for hardness on the Rockwell scale C. And what it is, it's like a drill press, if you will, with a pointed diamond head, and they pull it down and make an indentation into the steel, and they test the hardness. This is comparable, this hardness is comparable to your Wolfstorff, to your Henkel's. You just can't beat it. The days of those knives, unless you want to spend the money and have the fancy block and people come in and say, oh, you got Wolfstorff, you got this and that, fine. Maybe you have a second residence, or you're thinking about getting it. Start off with a set like this and see. Compare it to what you have in the kitchen if you have some of these fancy
You
knives.
won't be
You
disappointed.
won't be disappointed. You'll be amazed. And I was amazed. And again, to fillet, you saw the picture there, to fillet the skin off the flesh of the fish, paper thin. You could even see that fattiness that was on the inside of that paper thin skin. Just unreal. Let's see if I missed a beat here. As a matter of fact, I'm so impressed with these knives. I have a sequel to this, if you will. I have my second. This one is called On Your Way to Gourmet, a cooking book, my first one. And I'm going to be putting these 3 knives in the second one. I'm calling that cookbook Cooking Gourmet with Great Success. And I'm just proud to put this in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable for the price. Again, $65.97 for 3 knives.
All three.
That you pay, this would probably in
This one is
$160,
$30, right?
I'm saying.
This one is $20, and your little 3.5. This is 3.5 inch, right?
$16.19 and
$16.
$29.99.
Unbelievable, folks. Okay, take his word for it.
Take my word for it.
Unbelievable company, affordable innovation personified. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do yourself a favor. Spend the money. Go get these knives because you won't be disappointed.
Here, let me see.
And you'll enjoy. Oh,
Let
you're
me
going
see
to
if
put
I
up your
get
notes
it.
now?
Okay. Okay.
See if you can. Now he's going to. The paper
this one
is not,
needs. No, don't put it. This needs a little touch up.
well, okay, not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Out of the box.
There you go.
Never
He's going into the
sharpened.
confetti business. Okay.
I made a joke about that. I'm going into the confetti business.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, folks. Okay, again, KastKing.com. All of these products, along with their fishing reels and backpacks and sunglasses and outdoor apparel, is available on Amazon.com under KastKing, and you will not be disappointed. You will be amazed.
Absolutely.
Thank you for watching Special Interest with Bob and Donna, and you take care.